Hey guys, so I spent a good part of my time watching Big Brother, more or less listening to it because I was working alongside. And I've never really had an opinion about this show because I've never really taken time to follow it except for like social media banter. And I'm going to start with the good part of it. I must confess, it is a very entertaining show. It is what it is. I mean, it's very entertaining. The other day I and my husband we watched the Head of House challenge together, and that was fun. We enjoyed ourselves. But then I also learned something, yeah, from their diary room session. That's the first diary room session they had. They talked about how the 2 weeks they spent in isolation before coming to the house. And basically, there are two things in common that almost all of them had. They had time for self-evaluation, and they drew closer to God. Yeah, so I learned that when I watched it. But now to the part that is disturbing my morality. So they're doing this get to know each other activity, and one of the housemates goes, "Oh, what's your guilty pleasure?" And then this one comes and says, "Oh, yeah. I masturbate." And like, oh, all of them they laugh about it, and then I'm like, okay, all right. The second person too comes and she's like, yes, I masturbate, and I don't know why I do it, but then I just do it anyways. I'm like, wait, what is going on here? And then this other guy comes and tells us about how he dated two ladies simultaneously one time and how they had continuous threesomes. All right. Hey, I'm like, is this what you probably watching? Hey. And then this lady too talks about something her vibrator. I'm like, okay. I mean, I was just very, very bothered, like these people came on national TV to tell us that they masturbate in front of the whole world. Proudly. I'm going somewhere. So this other housemate talks about how he dated a lady in the past for 8 years and they never had sex. And it looks like it's an abomination. Everyone is reacting, and some people on Twitter calling him an evangelist and stuff like that. I'm like, wait, what is wrong with us? Like, what exactly is wrong with us? Like, where did we get it wrong? Am I the only one saying this thing? There's a misplace of values right here. I mean, what we watch has a way of shaping our mindsets. What you constantly feed on. Me, I'm allergic to nonsense. So when I see things like that, immediately my body shakes. Like, wait. After the time I spent watching that, I had to switch to TBM because I don't want to remember what I just heard right now. Because this is what people consistently feed on, and it shapes their mindset, it shapes their thinking. What this thing does to you is that it's going to deposit a seed in your heart. All these things that we watch, they go into our hearts. And especially for people that have not attained a level of spiritual maturity, this is how narratives are formed. You can just wake up one morning and decide that you want to start masturbating, and you think, maybe it's not such a bad idea. After all, there's nowhere in the scripture that it says thou shalt not masturbate, and stuff like that. And before you know, you begin to accept these things that society throws at you, these things that the world presents to you as normal. There's a reason that scripture says guard your heart with all diligence. It doesn't just say guard your heart. It says with all diligence, protect your heart. That is, be mindful of the things that you watch. Even me said, after what I saw there, I know that I need to be careful, And the second thing about this Big Brother show, and it's not just a BBM problem now. It's general with like series and normal TV shows and stuff like that, is that it has the tendency to be very addictive. You won't know when you spend hours watching what does not add value to your life. As a matter of fact, it is taken from it. I tell people that none of these activities we indulge in leave us neutral. It is either adding to you or it is taken from you. Anything that does not edify or build up your spirit does the exact opposite. So when you spend so much time doing all of these things, it is not healthy for your spirit, man. It is not healthy at all, because you look, you can barely spend 30 minutes in prayer or fellowship with God, and then you spend like 6 hours watching Big Brother. No, really, really, tell me, who who is your God? Who do you serve? Who do you love? Because you cannot say that you love Jesus. Let's Typical scenario. Yeah, you have two male friends. One you're in a relationship with. One is just your bestie. It's not really, you're not dating him, you're dating one. And then you talk to that person you're in a relationship, let's even call it husband safe, for like 30 minutes in one day, and then you spend 6 hours on the phone with the other person, laughing and giggling and enjoying yourself. Is something not wrong there? This is just how it is. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but be very, very mindful what you're investing your time with. I tell people, one major proof of love is time investment. If you invest your time into rubbish, it means that it just shows where your priorities are. It shows what your values are. There are certain things that I have a personal principle. It's very personal to me. Oh. I'm not telling you to go and apply it, but personally for me, because of certain patterns I've had in the past, I do not watch I like to watch series a lot, but I do not watch more than one episode a day. Because an episode is roughly about an hour. So I do not watch more than one episode a day, no matter how sweet the episode wants to be. Max, if he enter, I'll watch two. Because I know that there is a certain amount of time that I can spend on things like this. See, just be guided. And to think that somebody actually asked me a few days ago, like, I had not, Big Brother has not started, I think it was about to start, I had not watched it, and then someone asked me a few days ago that, like, is it right or wrong to watch Big Brother? I thank God that it's the wisdom of God that I used to reply that lady, because I don't do right or wrong this thing answers. I mean, you can't ask me a yes or no question concerning certain things and I'll give you a direct answer, because I am not the Lord God. I'll just show you reasons why you should or should not do something. And that's just all I want to say. Whether I don't know whether what I said makes any sense to you, but go and think on these things. Really, really go and think on it. Be mindful what you let into your spirit, and then be mindful what you invest your time in. Yeah, that's all I want to say. Bye bye.